In 2019, in what seemed like a quiet neighborhood, a crime took place that would later shock an entire nation. There was a young man named Rage. He came from a respectable family, his parents worked in education. But Rage chose a completely different path. He was reckless. His life revolved around relationships with girls, TikTok videos, drugs, and trouble. He built himself the image of a bad boy, bold, careless, afraid of nothing. That image, despite how dark it was, attracted many girls. Rage had constant problems with people. He respected no one, and most people avoided him. He surrounded himself with a group of young criminals, all covering up for each other's mistakes. Whenever trouble came, his family solved it with money and connections. Over time, Rage grew up believing there would never be consequences. During that period, he started a relationship with a girl from his neighborhood. He promised her that she was the only one, that he no longer talked to other girls, and that everything said about him was just rumors. She believed him. But one of her friends told her the truth. She said that she herself had photos of Rage with many other girls saved on her own phone. The girlfriend confronted Rage. He denied everything, defended himself repeatedly, until he found out the name of the girl who had exposed him, Rona. Rona was not a stranger. She was a girl Rage had been involved with before, but the relationship ended because her mother had rejected him. Rage decided to confront Rona in the street. His goal was not to apologize, it was to take her phone and delete the photos so his girlfriend would continue believing him. He stopped her, spoke to her aggressively, grabbed her phone by force, assaulted her, and took it. Before leaving, he threatened her coldly. "If you tell anyone what happened, I will throw acid on your face." At that moment, a 17-year-old boy named Mahmoud witnessed what was happening. Mahmoud was known in the neighborhood as a polite, respectful, well-raised young man from a good family. He tried to intervene. He spoke calmly to Rage, telling him that what he was doing was wrong and that the girl was from their area and should not be harmed. Rage didn't respond, but he felt humiliated. Later, Mahmoud posted a story on social media. In it, he spoke about bravery, honor, and standing up against wrongdoing. It was clear that the message was directed at Rage. Rage didn't see the story immediately. When one of his friends later showed it to him, his anger exploded. Rage and his friends went and waited under Mahmoud's building. They didn't call out to him. Instead, they sent him a message, asking him to come down. Mahmoud understood their intentions, and he chose not to go down. At that moment, Rage made his final decision. He sat with his friends and planned the attack. They prepared a knife and arranged an escape. Rage sent Mahmoud a voice message threatening to kill him, saying this would be the fate of anyone who confronted him or spoke against him. 2 days later, they waited for Mahmoud in the street. Rage was with 4 friends. When they saw Mahmoud, they attacked him. His friends restrained Mahmoud so he couldn't move, while Rage beat him until he fell to the ground. Then Rage pulled out the knife and stabbed him repeatedly, until Mahmoud died. They fled the scene. People rushed to help Mahmoud and took him to the hospital. His father was notified and rushed there, only to find his son in intensive care. Shortly after, the devastating news arrived. Mahmoud had passed away. The entire crime was recorded. The video spread rapidly across social media, turning the case into a national public outrage. Mahmoud's funeral was attended by people from all over the country. And official condolences were issued by Al-Aqsa and the Christian Cathedral, reflecting how deeply the crime affected society. Rage initially escaped, but he and his accomplices were later arrested. They were sentenced to death. However, because they were under the legal age for execution, the sentence was reduced. Rage and 2 of his accomplices were sentenced to 15 years in prison, while one of them received 5 years. If you finished the video, please like and subscribe to the channel.